Your past does not define you. What matters is how you face it now. Picture this. Your life feels calm. You've healed. You've moved on from old mistakes, old pain, and parts of your life you're not proud of anymore. Then one day, someone from your past shows up. Maybe someone you once trusted or loved. They dig up your past and throw it in your face. They say, "You remember that, right? That's who you really are." Your chest tightens. Not because the past is back, but because someone is using it to hurt you. It feels like betrayal all over again. Most people react the same way. They get angry. They defend themselves. They explain. They try to prove they've changed. But the more you explain, the more power you give them. You let them control your emotions. A Stoic does not do that. Here are 3 calm Stoic responses to use when someone brings up your past to hurt you. First response: yes, that happened. The ego wants to deny the past. It wants to hide it. But Stoic thinking teaches that accepting the truth sets you free. If someone says, "You failed back then," or "That happened because of how you behaved," you don't argue. You don't explain. You simply say, "Yes, that happened." No excuses. No shame. Why is this so powerful? Because it removes their control. They want a reaction. They want to see you uncomfortable. When you stay calm, their words lose their power. For example, an old friend reminds you that you were fired years ago. You calmly say, "Yes, and I learned from it." That ends the attack. Because once you're no longer ashamed of your past, no one can use it against you. Seneca said there is strength in admitting your mistakes and learning from them. When you accept your past, you take control of your own story. Second response: I've learned from it. This turns your past into strength. It changes the message from "I was wrong" to "I have grown." People who attack your past only see who you used to be. They don't see who you are now. Every mistake shapes you. Every failure teaches you something. Your struggles didn't break you. They made you wiser. Think about Nelson Mandela. He spent 27 years in prison. That past could have filled him with hate. But instead, he chose growth and forgiveness. Your past is not proof of your weakness. It is proof of your progress. I learned that real freedom starts inside you. So when someone says, "You failed in your marriage," how can you talk about love? You smile and say, "Because I've been broken, I now understand what love is and what it is not." That is not reacting. That is wisdom. You are not defending yourself. You are defining who you are now. Marcus Aurelius said that every problem is a chance to grow. So when someone tries to shame you with your past, use that past to show your strength. That's how pain becomes wisdom and scars become signs of growth. Third response: why are you bringing this up now? Say it calmly. Not with anger. Not with sarcasm. Just real curiosity. This question stops manipulators instantly. Why? Because now they are the ones being observed. They wanted to hurt you, but now they must face their own reason for doing it. You didn't raise your voice. You didn't attack. You simply held up a mirror. If they had good intentions, they will pause and think. If they wanted to hurt you, they will feel exposed. Epictetus said people hurt others because they are already hurting inside. They bring up your past because they can't deal with their present. When you calmly ask, "Why now?" you take your power back. The balance shifts without a single argument. Your calm becomes your shield. The power of silence and self-control. A Stoic knows that silence is not weakness. It is strength. When someone tries to provoke you, every angry response gives them power. Seneca said, if someone angers you, they control you. You might lose an argument, but you keep your peace. You might not fight back, but you stay free. In a world where everyone is shouting and explaining, the quiet person holds the real power. Someone once told me, "You never react." That scares people. I smiled and said, "I don't want to scare anyone. I just want peace." No one can pull you down unless you step down yourself. Some people worry, what if they think badly of me? Ask yourself this, does their opinion change who you truly are? Epictetus said, if someone calls you a donkey, do you check a mirror? Of course not. Because you know who you are. That is real freedom, knowing yourself and not needing approval. If they bring up your mistakes, smile. If they twist your past, stay calm. If they want a reaction, give them peace. You don't owe explanations for wounds you've already healed. Marcus Aurelius said that when someone acts wrongly, it's because they don't know better. Teach them through your actions, not your words. Sometimes the strongest response is maturity. We all have old versions of ourselves we're not proud of. But without them, we wouldn't be who we are today. Someone who struggled with addiction can help others heal. Someone who failed in business can guide others to succeed. Someone who was betrayed can show forgiveness. That's how darkness turns into light. A Stoic doesn't erase the past. They transform it. Conclusion. People will try to use your past against you. Not because you are weak, but because your growth reminds them of what they didn't become. Your peace threatens their chaos. Remember 3 things. Accept your past without shame. Turn mistakes into lessons, not life sentences. Ask questions instead of reacting. That's how a Stoic wins. Not by shouting. Not by defending. But by dignity. You don't need to prove you've changed. Those who truly see you already know. And those who don't, no explanation will ever be enough. One day someone will bring up your past again. And you will smile. Not from pain. Not from pride. But from peace. Because you'll know. I am not what happened to me. I am who I became because of it. That is true freedom. Not forgetting the past, but being at peace with it. So if someone tries to pull you back into an old chapter, smile and say, "Thank you. I've already finished that part of the story." Then walk away calm, steady, untouchable like a true Stoic.